The James indictment is likely to be tossed out as well, but it can be rebrought, as Abby Lowell conceded that today, that in her situation, that somebody may reactivate that case.
So, I mean, it is pretty stunning to imagine that we're in this moment, Ty. It really is. At one point in the hearing, the judge was expressing really serious concerns about another aspect of this, which isn't just whether Lindsay Halligan actually was legally in her job when she signed the indictment, and appeared to make the case, but that in front of the grand jury, there was a part of the Comey grand jury arguments and conversation that actually wasn't recorded. You'd always have a court reporter in there. There would be a transcript of everything. And there wasn't. And the part that's missing covered a crucial event, the actual end, the final minutes of the grand jury session on the day the indictment was returned. What could that even be about?
So if it's intentional, it's prosecutorial misconduct of the highest order. Now, it's conceivable there was a technical glitch. It's conceivable there may be a recording. There are a lot of things that we can't rule out at this stage of the game. But the Justice Department's statement later today in response to this issue highlighted the fact that this was during the deliberations, which are not recorded typically. So this was during the deliberation period, but that ignores the fact that this was not an easy deliberation. They threw out the first count of the Comey indictment. So, and that would have been the most complicated discussion between the prosecutor and the grand jury. And for an inexperienced prosecutor to navigate those circumstances, which are extremely rare, is virtually impossible.
And of course, that was the situation, right? As I said, has never tried a case before. Yeah. So you think that they're going to say she is not legally in her position, and that these, for sure, the Comey and possibly the James as well, could be tossed. I want to ask you about one other really important thing here, Ty, which is the Deputy Attorney Todd Blanche, and very much in the center of everything today with these big developments on the Epstein files. He is trying to fight back against serious criticism about his conversation with Ghislaine Maxwell. That's the conversation that he had back in July, right, when she was in a much more serious facility in Florida. Right after that conversation is when she gets moved to this cushy facility in Texas. So at the time, Blanche tapes the whole conversation. She tells him, quote, "I don't recall ever seeing Trump in Epstein's house." That's what she says to him in July. They put this out, right? The White House wanted everyone to hear this. In the new emails that we've just gotten, Epstein writes to Maxwell about Trump, quote, "One of the victims spent hours at my house with him." Maxwell responds, "I've been thinking about that." I mean, Ty, there's many things in here to question, but that one just punches you in the face. Direct conflict to her statement to Blanche. He did not follow up with her. And he says today that that's because law enforcement didn't have the materials that Epstein's estate hid for years, he said, and only just provided to Congress. Does that excuse add up, Ty?
So, no, it doesn't add up at all. And keep in mind that in 2017 and again in 2019, there were multiple searches of all of Epstein's computers, phones, electronic record keeping, and databases. I find it hard to imagine that these documents weren't on those databases, because otherwise, why would the estate have them? So I think Blanche, in trying to defend himself from what was an obvious exercise to create a script, she